Part 1. The Director and the Actor. The movie begins with Lars directing a soap opera scene depicting a quarrel between a couple in which the woman has been unfaithful to her husband. Lars catches up with his actress and tells her that he is going on a cabin trip with his wife, Lisa. He then elaborates on Lisa's desire to hike in the mountains alone and how potentially dangerous that could be. On his way back home, Lars meets his father. He tells his father about their trip to the cabin. His father then tells Lars that his generation needs hope. He mocks Lars for not having the opportunity to go to war like he did. Before getting home, Lars stops at a supermarket and buys a hammer, a hacksaw, duct tape, and rope. Reaching home, Lisa comes prepared for their cabin trip. They begin their drive to Lars' father's summer cabin. Soon they both start bickering, as couples do. Lisa talks about her audition for a new role. Lisa then mocks Lars's job as a soap opera director. Later that day, they reach the cabin house. Lisa gets busy in the kitchen, and Lars goes to the basement to check the cabinet full of shotguns. While making dinner, they continue their bickering. Finally, their dinner is prepared. They sit outside to enjoy their dinner with wine. Lars asks Lisa about her audition and the script she has been working on with her colleague. They drive each other nuts eating dinner, and before bed, they play a game of Scrabble that only enlarges the gulf between them. Part 2. The First Act. The next day, Lars goes around gathering large stones. He takes those stones to his boat. Lars then arranges his equipment in the basement. Taking the hammer, he heads to the living room, where Lisa asks for his help to fix something. He sneaks up behind Lisa, and before he can blow up her skull, Lisa quickly turns around and tases him. Lars wakes up tied to a chair in the dining room, with Lisa sitting across him. Lisa asks what Lars was doing with the hammer. In a way, trying to hide his intention of killing her, Lars says that he wanted to fix the ceiling with that. Lisa, however, seems to have known Lars' plan from the beginning. She then asks about the rope, duct tape, hacksaw, and stones in the boat. Lisa then gets a shotgun and tells Lars that he had planned to kill her with the hammer and drowned her in the lakes tied with stones. However, she doesn't understand why Lars brought the hacksaw. Realizing that there is no point in hiding his intention anymore, Lars tells Lisa that since bodies float, he had planned to cut her into pieces with the hacksaw. Hearing that, Lisa bursts into laughter, saying that he cannot handle raw steaks. How would he be able to dissect her? Lisa laughs at how stupid Lars's plan was. She proceeds to question Lars about his real motive. Lars states that she is a lying bitch and a two-timing whore. Lisa implicitly acknowledges that she was sleeping with her colleague, but then questions whether she deserved to be killed for that. She tells Lars that since he couldn't satisfy her, she started sleeping with other men. Lisa then tells Lars that she had planned to murder him as well. However, her plan is much better. In a flashback, Lisa is shown preparing the stage for her plan. She tells her friend how Lars wants to go hunting with her. Lisa says, as everyone knows, she hates guns and cannot operate one. She would then be following Lars to the mountain, where she would stumble and accidentally fire at Lars, killing him instantly. It would be considered a tragic accident. Lars says that her plan, though it looks better, would fall apart quickly. He says that Lisa cannot act out of it because she is a terrible actor. After bickering over their terrible relationship, Lisa points her shotgun at Lars and says that they would be going for a walk where she would blow his head accidentally. Right then, Victor sneaks from behind and hits Lisa with a shovel, knocking her down. In a flashback, Lars is seen planning with Victor to help him with the murder of his wife. Lars tells him that once Lisa is gone, they will divide her life insurance equally. Lars tells him that her policy is for $1 million, and he would get half of it. Lars has tied Lisa to a chair in their basement. Victor is with the shotgun, pointing at Lisa. Lars asks Lisa what her motives were to kill him. Lisa then tells him how pathetic Lars is an irresponsible gambling addict who has buried their lives under his debts. Lars then realizes that Lisa wanted to kill him for the life insurance as well. The idiotic Victor tells Lisa that Lars wants to kill her for the insurance as well. Victor tells Lisa that he is going to get half of it, which is $500,000. Lisa corrects Victor by saying that her insurance is for $3 million. An angry Victor feels cheated. He demands to hear Lisa out. Lisa tells Victor that if he shoots Lars, she will give him $1.5 million. A bargaining session begins between Lars and Lisa for Victor's cooperation. Lars increases his fee to $2 million, and Lisa adds that she would give everything to Victor if he killed Lars immediately. In this chaos, Lars jumps at Victor and wrestles him for the shotgun. Meanwhile, Lisa is struggling to untie herself. Lars blows Victor's fingers off with the shotgun. When Victor tries to run away, Lars shoots him in the back and kills him instantly. With Victor dead, Lars clubs Lisa with the butt of his gun. Lisa takes a kitchen knife and punctures Lars's right foot. Both of them groan in agonizing pain. Lisa takes the gun and reloads it. A bitter chase begins as Lars runs after Lisa. Lars jumps on Lisa in the bedroom and fights for control of the gun. A shot is fired that hits the attic. The attic collapses, with 3 men falling from it. Both Lars and Lisa are knocked down by the fall of the ceiling. Part 3. The Thugs. In a flashback from 3 days ago, Roy, Petter, and Dave, having escaped from a prison, find themselves at Lars's summer cabin. They make themselves comfortable in the house. They change their clothes and notice Lars and Lisa getting to the cabin. Finding no way to run away, they hid in the attic. They have seen almost the entire episode that happened between Lars and Lisa. The thugs take Lars and Lisa to the basement and tie them to chairs. Petter introduces the team to Lars and Lisa and tells them that, although they should stay out of their personal problems, given that they killed someone, one of them must be a murderer. Petter says that they need cash, and having searched every one of them so far, they have found only a few hundred. Lisa tells Petter that there are 2,000 on their office desk. She begs the thugs to take the money and leave them. Dave gets impatient with all the talk and reveals his intention of raping them. Lisa starts sobbing and begging. Lars teases Lisa and says he would like to see if she will get satisfied now. However, Dave wants Lars. This realization shocks Lars. Roy helps Dave get Lars prepared. Lars is bent over the pool table. He struggles hard and doesn't make it easy for Dave. Lars begs Petter to spare him. Lars gets on his knees and continues to beg Petter. A calm Petter puts the barrel of the shotgun on Lars's forehead and pulls the trigger. The gun was empty and all Petter wanted was to terrorize Lars and Lisa. Petter goes on to humiliate Lars and ask him to kiss his feet. The humiliation continues for a while. Dave and Roy then jump in and take Lars back to the pool table. Dave gets behind Lars and Roy holds his hands. Before Dave would rape Lars, Lisa stopped him by saying that she has a lot of money in the bank and would give it to them if they spared him. Petter accepts the offer and spares Lars. They agree to spend the night in the cabin until Petter and Lisa can go to the bank the next day to withdraw the cash. Lars and Lisa are tied to 2 poles in the basement, while the thugs are in the living room watching TV and drinking. Part 4. The Battle for Survival. Lars manages to get a few pool balls. After that, he starts screaming for help. Roy comes to the basement to check on him. Lars tells Roy that he needs to use the toilet. Roy takes him to the toilet and waits by the door. After a while, Lars gets out of the toilet and knocks Roy down with the pool balls that he had put in his sock. Lars goes up without untying Lisa. She grabs Roy's knife and unties herself. Petter and Dave go to check on Roy and wake him up. The thugs then go out to search for Lars and Lisa. Roy comes back to the house and finds Lisa in the kitchen. Lisa sweet talks Roy, seeing that Lars is getting behind him with a knife. Lars cuts Roy through the chest, and a bitter, though comical, fistfight erupts between them. Roy starts beating Lars and Lisa. He knocks Lars down and starts beating Lisa. He chokes Lisa and bangs her head, then moves on to Lars, who has grabbed the shotgun. Lars shoots Roy in the head and kills him. Hearing the shot, Petter and Dave get back to the house. They find a dead Roy in the kitchen. Lars and Lisa go upstairs and hide in a cabinet. There, Lars apologizes to Lisa for all that he did to her. Petter approaches the cabinet and Lars attacks Petter, knocking him down. They are both about to leave the house when Petter jumps from the 2nd floor and throws Lars on the ground. Lisa hits Petter with a metal rake in the stomach. He takes the rake from his stomach and asks Dave to hold her for him. Petter drags Lars close to a lawnmower and tells him that he has killed people in different ways, but Lars will be the first he kills with a lawnmower. Before Petter could kill Lars, a car hit him. Lars's father heard that someone had broken into his cabin house and reached the location. Mikkel gets a shotgun and hits Dave in the knee. Right then, Petter stabs Mikkel in the back. A dying Mikkel bites Petter's nose and they both fall. Petter throws Mikkel on the mower. Lisa and Lars get in the car to run away. Petter shoots at them, and the car hits a tree. Lisa runs to the boat, and Lars goes back to the house to kill the thugs. Dave goes to the house to bandage his wound. Lars finds him on a chair, breaks his knee, and shoots him in the groin. Lisa finds out that the boat is out of fuel. She goes back to the house to get fuel when Petter catches her and tells her that he still needs that money. Lars comes out of the house after killing Dave and meets his father, who is still alive. Petter takes Lisa hostage in a boat and leaves the dock. Lars hangs onto the boat and gets in it. He bangs Petter's head against the steering wheel. A brutal fist fight erupts between them. Although Petter is injured, he is still stronger than Lars and Lisa combined. He beats them both severely. At last, Lars and Lisa manage to put the rocks on Petter's neck and throw him into the water. With all things done, Lars and Lisa seem to have reconciled as well. Before the police arrive, they decide to make up a story to get them out of that mess. They make up a heroic tale of survival in the cabin, in which they omit the part before the thugs arrived. They become popular overnight, and their story is turned into a featured film with Lars directing and Lisa acting in it. Part 5. The Verdict. The Trip begins to be a fun thriller in the realm of satire. The premise is to exaggerate marital discord to the point of homicidal impulses. The movie is amusing and irreverent. It is an exercise in cognitive dissonance. At times, it becomes challenging to watch some of its grotesque scenes. However, its comedy and thrill are in its unpleasantness. It inspires a few choking laughs but becomes juvenile and a nihilistic mess. This was our recap and verdict. Tell us what you liked or disliked about this movie. Let us know in the comment section what movie we should recap next. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new videos and enjoy watching.